Everyone thinks that teens in our world today use alcohol, tobacco, or drugs to cope with everyday struggles. You may think they do.
But they don't. Welcome to the But They Don't podcast, a podcast for teens, by teens. Join us as we cover substance use prevention, mental health, community conversations, and more.
Good afternoon and welcome back to this week's episode of But They Don't. My name is Chen.
And my name is Haylee.
Since we are new hosts on the show, I would like to take some time to talk a bit about ourselves. I am a current junior in high school and I really enjoy reading and watching documentaries in my free time. I also hope to one day travel the world and observe new discoveries. What about you, Haylee?
I would also like to travel the world, and I'm also a junior in high school. And when I'm older, I hope to become a veterinarian.
Okay, that's so cool. Well, this leads us into our topic of the day. Do you know what opioids are?
Opioids are a type of medicine, right? And they're usually in the form of a pill or something?
Yes. Do you have any personal encounters with pills?
I personally don't, but some people in my family do. Example, my dad, he takes it for his anxiety and stress.
Okay.
Medication plays an important role in some people's lives, but sometimes it can get out of control.
Doctors prescribe opioids to people who are in serious pain from things like dental surgery, sports injuries, and cancer. If people follow their doctor's instructions and take the right amount of medicine, opioids can help their pain go away. But these medicines can also be very dangerous if misused.
Now, let's talk about how opioids work. Opioids affect nerve cells, or neurons, in your brain and body. They tell your brain to block out pain and can also make you feel calmer.
Some of the long-term effects of opioids are addiction, heart infection, lung infection, and muscle pain. One thing that is important to know about opioids is that anyone can become addicted. It doesn't matter how you live or how smart you are. If a person starts seeking opioids despite how it causes issues at work, school, and in relationship, it is called addiction. Addiction can lead to so many health issues, and of course, one of those being overdose.
Yes, in fact, around 100 people each day die because of overdosing on pills and medication, and that is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's mind-blowing. But that brings us into our blunt truth of the day. Teens in the U.S. who have taken one or more prescription drugs in the past month are twice as likely to abuse prescription drugs than older groups. The latest national survey among youth aged 12 to 17 revealed an epidemic level of prescription addictions among the teen population.
Yes, to follow up on that, taking a young person's life is the last thing a parent expects. But in recent years, an alarming number of teenagers are dying from an accidental drug overdose. Kids can take prescription drugs out of their parents' medicine cabinets and over-the-counter drugs that were hidden in bathrooms and bedrooms, then pop too many pills at once. I feel like this is a topic not talked about as much as alcohol or mental health. Like, we see all these posters about, hey, stop abusing mental health and alcohol. And yeah, I feel like we should talk more about pills and stuff and overdosing.
I agree. So some of the drugs that are commonly abused and the medications that people take are opioids, Xanax, Ambien, and Adderall. Relating back to a school setting, I do not often see my classmates taking pills or being addicted to them, at least not anything that I know of. However, I do happen to see one of my classmates' social media posts. I saw this girl, she had a mouthful of pills on her Snapchat story, and I was just like, oh, that's
really bad.
Yeah.
It's not even cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get why people find that kind of stuff cool. I mean, it's mainly just affecting you and the people around you, and that can lead to serious consequences.
Right, and there are multiple ways to get one's mind off of these actions, especially if they have become an addiction. I would personally recommend that you find what you really enjoy doing in your free time, even if it is as simple as walking or painting a portrait. You can often take your mind off of these cravings by doing these hobbies. One of my good friends from California states that their natural high is video editing. They started video editing around middle school, and it often gave them an opportunity to express their feelings and creativity into a fun little project that would soon become their new hobby. They stated, quote by quote, "I love this hobby so much that it has surprisingly helped me through hard times, and it really has changed my life. I started to get better at video editing, and during my free time, I would always work on them or figure out new ideas to challenge my creativity. Video editing also results in having others enjoy and watch my videos. Having others enjoy something I created makes me feel ecstatic and even boosts my self-esteem. I had many friends do drugs or vapes that are all minors, and because of my editing hobby, I've never wanted to try doing any of those stuff. Honestly, the knowledge of knowing someone doing drugs, vapes, or anything like that makes me feel unsafe and in the unknown of what could possibly happen to both them and myself. Thank you, Irina, for providing me with this information. I would personally love to see more of your content."
So I have a question for you, Chen. What do you think is your natural high?
I personally love to read, and as stated, and I love to watch videos. I like to go on Netflix and see what's new, and I like to keep myself updated on the latest news. What about you, Haley?
I enjoy watching movies and TV shows, and sometimes I play games, like video games with my brothers or my dad.
Yeah, that sounds so fun. What games do you play?
Just like random games, fun games.
Okay.
I don't have a specific game.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. As seen, multiple different hobbies can prevent cravings and further addictions. Unfortunately, several former teen stars and notable musicians have died as a result of substance abuse. Although these incidents aren't as widely publicized as they are in adults, they still occur far too often. To further prevent this, we must first spread awareness of the dangers that will come with substance and pill abuse.
One final piece we want to share with you today concerns a new epidemic that is causing major issues in the world of opioid medication misuse, and that is fentanyl-laced pills.
Okay, fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is typically used to treat patients with chronic severe pain or severe pain following surgery. It is a controlled substance that is similar to morphine, but 100 times more potent.
Currently, fentanyl is being abused in big ways, and it is being mixed with other opioids that increase the potency of this drug. This illicit fentanyl-laced pills are almost identical in appearance to the standard prescription opioids. And what is even crazier is that 2 milligrams of fentanyl is considered lethal. With that being said, 1 kilogram of fentanyl could kill up to 500,000 people.
Yes, and I remember my grandma telling me this. She was like, "Oh, you gotta be careful." It's like, "I will, Grandma, don't worry."
Mm-hmm.
But that number, just the tiny amount could kill that many people.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah, it is. Over the years, 2020 through 2021, overdose deaths involving opioids rose 38.1%. Okay, overdose deaths involving fentanyl rose 55.6%.
That's a really big amount.
It's over 15% if my math is correct.
Yeah, it's like
I don't
over
think
50%. That's
but
half of the population. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The facts presented in this episode are shocking, but all true. It is important to practice safe medication use and storage within your home.
Only use prescription medication as directed by a health professional. Do not share or take someone else's medication. Keep your medication in a safe storage location, such as lock boxes, medication safe, or lockable spaces. In general, it is good to model safe medication practices to be an example for those around you.
We are excited to have a giveaway today for this episode. We are giving away 1 free medicine lockbox to one of our listeners. Email us at prevention@bhspickens.com. Again, that is prevention@bhspickens.com with the code word safety at home to enter for a chance to win the free lockbox. The information about the giveaway will also be in the description of this episode.
And this past Tuesday, Behavioral Health Services Prevention Department put out a safety at home training for homeschool families, but is beneficial for all homes that have children or teens living there. This training can be found on YouTube, and the link will be provided below in the description of this episode. It has very useful information for families in our communities.
We also have some more upcoming events.
May 21st, we will have our teen kickoff movie night in partnership with the Pickens City Police Department. We will be showing the movie Grease. This event is for middle and high school teens in Pickens County. The middle school showing starts at 5 p.m. and the high school showing starts at 7:30 p.m. We want everyone to come in their best Grease-themed uniforms. We cannot wait for this event and more safe, fun events for teens continuing in the fall of this year.
Also, the Pickens County Youth Board is looking for new members to join. The Youth Board consists of student leaders, grades 9 to 12, who want to make a difference in their schools and the community. If you want to step up and make a difference while also gaining skills in public speaking, podcast recording, and community outreach, visit the guidance office at your school for an application today. The application deadline is April the 28th.
Follow the Youth Board on social media, Facebook at Pickens County Youth Board, Instagram and TikTok at We Are PCYB.
Have a great weekend.
And you also.